Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your support. Today I read an interesting article on Yahoo Finance, written by Brooke DePalma, titled, "Dollar Stores Draw in More Shoppers Making Six Figures as Americans Across Income Levels Look to Save." I'll include a link to this article below. I encourage you to check it out. According to the author, Dollar Tree said customers with a salary of more than $100,000 made up 2/3 of its new customers in the second quarter, up from 50% in the first quarter. Same-store sales grew 6.5% at the retailer during the quarter. Did you pick up on the word new customers? That means these individuals earning six figures are starting to shop at Dollar Tree. Maybe they can no longer afford the prices at Walmart or Target. It's really hard to say. I'm sure even six-figure earners are struggling financially here in America. The cost of living has gotten very expensive in recent years. Let's say a six-figure earner has a nice home. Well, he or she has likely watched the value of that home increase on paper in the past few years. I'm sure the county assessor has noticed this and has likely adjusted the property taxes for that home. That means it's more expensive than ever for the homeowner to live in that property because property taxes are now higher. Most people have homeowners insurance. Homeowner insurance companies have also increased rates in the past few years, especially if you live in Florida or some other coastal areas. It is getting extremely expensive to have insurance on a home, and if you have a mortgage, well, it's required. I'm sure folks who do have a mortgage have found out that their escrow is depleted or close to being depleted, and the mortgage company wants to add funds to the escrow and has to increase the monthly mortgage payment to do so, because the mortgage company needs to make sure the property taxes and the homeowner's insurance are covered. A lot of people have likely received a letter in the mail, and it has been a surprise that their mortgage payment is going up on their fixed-rate mortgage. I'm sure there are people who thought if they got a fixed-rate mortgage, the mortgage payment would never change. They probably didn't understand that as property taxes go up and property insurance goes up, that the mortgage payment could adjust. I'm sure this caught some people off guard. Maybe some of these people are now trying to pinch pennies and they're going to the Dollar Tree instead of Walmart or Target. Understand, this is pure speculation, but it makes sense from my perspective. Now, you might think this Dollar Tree situation is just a fluke. Well, getting back to this article, the author said Dollar General same-store sales increased 2.8% in the second quarter, driven by an increase in both foot traffic and average basket size, with strength across food, seasonal, home, and apparel categories. Well, again, it's certainly possible that American consumers are shifting away from more expensive retailers and choosing to buy home and apparel items at Dollar General. Todd Vassos, the CEO of Dollar General, called its customers resilient. This was part of a call with investors. He added that shoppers have a strong focus on value. He said, and I'll quote, "I would characterize the customer as seeking value. We're seeing that in all cohorts of customers, meaning our core customer, mid and high-end customers are all seeking value at this point." I find this to be very, very interesting. I think a lot of Americans right now are looking for value anywhere they can find it. I read an article not too long ago that Americans are deferring maintenance on their vehicles because they can't afford it. It makes sense that Americans are shifting away from more expensive retailers towards these dollar-type stores. Now, here's some interesting information from Goldman Sachs. They have a U.S. retail analyst in global investment research named Kate McShane, who said that inflation is weighing on lower income folks who are employed as well as the upper middle and upper folks. My friends, people across all income levels are struggling here in America, and now a lot of them are gravitating toward these dollar-type stores. I'm curious if any of you have started shopping at these dollar-type stores because you're looking for maximum value. If you have, tell me about it in the comment section below. I read another interesting article today. This one was on Yahoo Finance and written by Ali Canal, titled, "America's Job Market is Cooling, and the Youngest Workers Are Feeling It Most." I'll include a link to this article below. I encourage you to check it out. According to the author, the U.S. labor market is showing clear signs of softening, and the strain is falling hardest on Americans just entering the job market. Labor Department data released Friday showed the unemployment rate for workers ages 16 to 24 climbed to 10.5% in August, the first time it's topped 10% since the pandemic. My friends, this is horrible. During the pandemic, the world was shut down, and now we're hearing about 10.5% during a time when our economy is supposedly booming, if you are to believe some of the mainstream media. I hate to hear about individuals who are between the ages of 16 to 24 who are having a hard time finding employment. Imagine spending $80,000 to $100,000 on a state school to get a college education and then graduating and struggling to find employment in your respective field. That has to be depressing. Understand, that doesn't happen to everyone. Some people select a major that is in high demand. They graduate, they have good references from professors, maybe they had an internship experience, and they are in a great position to be able to find good work. But that doesn't happen to everyone. Unfortunately, some folks pursue their passion, and there may not be much demand when they graduate. That's the cold, hard truth. Getting back to the article, the author said the data comes against a backdrop of an increasingly tough job market for newly minted college grads. The unemployment rate for recent college graduates has consistently outpaced that of the broader workforce in the past several years, reversing a pre-pandemic trend when degree holders typically fared better. This is according to a report from the Bank of America Institute, which was published earlier last week. Again, my friends, I hate to hear about this. I feel bad for college graduates who may have a hard time finding good employment. Keyword, good. There are jobs out there, but they may not pay a livable wage. Life in this country continues to get more expensive. Even an efficiency apartment in some large cities can cost more than $2,000 a month, and that often does not include utilities, parking, concierge trash, the list goes on and on. Some young folks may have a hard time finding employment. Let's hope we don't enter an ugly recession, because if we do, these numbers could be far worse. I'm going to share some more depressing information about the job market here in America. I read another interesting article today. This one was on yahoo.com, put out by Fortune and written by Jason Ma, titled, "Godfather of AI says the technology will create massive unemployment and send profits soaring. That is the capitalist system." I'll include a link to this article below. I encourage you to check it out. According to the author, computer scientist and Nobel laureate Geoffrey Hinton predicted artificial intelligence will spark a surge in unemployment and profits as companies replace workers with AI. But it's not the technology's fault. He told the Financial Times that it instead is capitalism. While layoffs haven't spiked, evidence is mounting that AI is shrinking opportunities at the entry level. My friends, I think people need to be very careful right now. If you're a young person just starting out, you need to select a career that may not be replaced by artificial intelligence. If you're in a career right now and you suspect that your job could be replaced by artificial intelligence, well, you may want to spend some of your free time brushing up on skills in a different area. That way you can pivot if you find yourself unemployed. But that's just what I think, and what do I know? I'm just some guy on YouTube. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.